Good morning and greetings from Northumberland on the 3rd of February. And however you calculate Christmas, Candlemas, or any of the variables, we are certainly in ordinary time, and all our churches will return, I think, to green vestments this week. Today, Jesus is sending out in the gospel people to be missionaries. And that's really interesting because we celebrate a saint today, a Germanic saint called Ansgar. And it's interesting that he got into the Church of England calendar. But the reason I think he got into the Church of England calendar is because he was a missionary to Sweden. And the Church of England has a relationship with all, through a thing called the Porvoo Declaration, with the Scandinavian churches. I certainly was very enriched by travelling to Sweden and by meeting Swedish Christians in the cathedral city and in the diocese of Skara, and forming friendships with Christians there. It enriched my Christian life about 10 years ago and gave me a greater understanding of the Christian fellowship that spans countries' borders and indeed spans the divides of continents, that we are brothers and sisters together. But a little bit about Ansgar. He was born in the time of Charlemagne and the Holy Roman Empire. He was born in 801 and he became a priest and was sent at the request of the King of Denmark to be a missionary into Denmark and then into Sweden. And he did meet opposition and withdrew and became eventually a bishop and an archbishop in Germany at Hamburg. But he was still interested in the Swedish church, and he was able to take part in the consecration of the first Swedish bishop. And so the church in Sweden regards him as an apostle and a missionary in the way we look at people like Aidan or Augustine in our country. He is a founding figure and helps them to look to the very early origins of Christianity in their country. And his place in our Anglican cycle of saints really acknowledges that fellowship, that Christianity crosses boundaries, and that missionaries from one culture can go to another culture, missionaries from one country can go to another country, and missionaries from one continent can work in another continent. We honour our independent Christian traditions, but we recognise that there can be much cross-fertilisation to help us grow into the wholeness and the perfection of Christ. So as we remember Ansgar and his missionary endeavours, let us honour our international Christian family, and let us above all think how we, like him, can share Christ's love with those around us. And in my prayer today, I remember especially my brother and sister Christians in the Diocese of Skara in Sweden. May God bless you all, and may God bless us all. Amen.